Hello everyone. In this video, let's discuss about linked list. Linked list is a linear data structure. Each node in a linked list consists of two parts. One is data and next one is reference. The data part in the node consists of data like integer, character, float or double. Whatever it is required, we can store the certain data. When you go for the reference type, this contains the address of the next node. Pointer helps us to store the address of the next node. So this part contains a pointer. Here we have to group data of different data type. Which data type helps us to store data of different data type or heterogeneous data? It is structure. Structured data type helps us to create a node. A node can be defined with the help of a structure. It can be created like struct node. Inside this, we'll have two different data types. One is data part and next one we'll be calling it as address part of type struct. Struct node star next. And finally, we have to terminate with a semicolon. A node consists of two parts. One is data and next one is reference part. So here I have defined a node with the program. So it consists of two parts like data and node. So this is a data of type integer and this is a pointer, okay, because I'm going to store the address of the next node. So the return type should be struct node. Then what is linked list? N number of nodes connected together forms a linked list. Let's take a first node. We have two parts, data and the address part. Let's take the data to be 10 and we'll give it as null because this is the end of the linked list. This part helps us to store the second node address. Now we need to know where do we store the first node address. First node address will be stored in a place called head. Head will always contain the address of the first node. If head is equal to null, which means that linked list is empty. From this we can get to know whether do I have element in the linked list or it is empty. In case if it is empty, I have created a new node. The new node address 1000 will be taken and that will be stored in the head, which means that link will be created. The linked list consists of one element which is 10. Head will always contain the address of the first node. Now let's discuss the types of linked list. There are three types of linked list. Singly linked list, doubly linked list and circular linked list. When you go for circular linked list, it has been classified into two categories, which is singly circular linked list, doubly circular linked list. First, let's discuss about singly linked list. This is how singly linked list looks. This is head part which contains the address of the first node, that is 2000. Node consists of two parts, data and the address part. So data is 10 and address part, which is address of the next node. Second node address 3000. Second node data address part. I'll go for the next node data and null. Null states that we are in the end of the linked list. This is how singly linked list works, where we can move only in forward direction. This is one of the disadvantage of singly linked list. So we have one more linked list called doubly linked list, where node consists of three parts, data and these two parts. One is previous node address, this is next node address. So how can I define a node with the help of a program? Struct node int data, fine. Next one is previous node. So struct node star previous node's address, that's why it is a pointer. Struct node star next, which is next node address. And finally I have to terminate a structure with the help of a semicolon. This is how structure can be, node can be defined. And this is how doubly linked list looks. Head which contains the address of the first node, which is 2000. And in this particular node, we have three parts, data, previous and the next node. So data part is 10, second node address 3000 is here, and being the first node, we don't have previous node. That's why we'll be having this null here. Then I'll go to the next node, 3000, data part, previous node address 2000 will be stored in this place and next node is 4000 will be stored in this place. I can move forward direction as well as backward direction. This is the advantage of doubly linked list over singly linked list. Then we'll move to the next node. Data part is 40. Previous node is 3000. I have stored the previous node address here. Next node, we don't have next node because this is the last node. That's why we'll be having a null here. This is how doubly linked list looks. Let's move to circular linked list. When you go for circular linked list, we have two types, singly and doubly circular linked list. Singly circular linked list is nothing but instead of having a null at the end of the linked list, we will be pointing to some node's address. It can be first node or second node, it can be any node. Instead of pointing null at the end of the linked list, we will be pointing to the some other node's address. So here, instead of having null, I am storing the address called 2000, which means I'll start the linked list, head first node, next node address 3000, I'll go to second node, next node address 4000, I'll go to third node. After this, again I'm going to the address part called 2000, which means again it is forming a circular part. I'll go to this address 2000 as this is being the first node. I'll go to second node, third node, again I'll go to the next node. This is what circular linked list works. Singly circular linked list works. When I go for doubly circular linked list, the same thing. Instead of having a null at the end, I'll be having the first node address, and in the first node, instead of having a null for the previous node, we will be having the last node address, so that it can form a circular linked list. One of the application of linked list is nothing but music player. When we take a music player, we'll be having play or pause button. This helps us to go to the next song, and here this helps us to go to the previous song. So we can say music player is one of the applications of linked list. And once after hearing all the 10 songs, if you click one option called repeat, it will again start from the first song. Again it will start from the first song. That is because of the circular linked list. That's all.